For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power and love and self-control. 2 Timothy 1, verse 7. As men, it can be tempting to believe that our spiritual growth depends solely on our own efforts. When we face sin and struggles, many of us believe that if we try harder, we will succeed. True discipline helps us to see that our efforts are grace-inspired and grace-enabled. All that we are able to do comes from the power of God. We need not fear our limitations. Rather, we should rejoice to accept them as part of who we are. Only then can we know the true strength of Jesus Christ in our lives. Consider what St. Paul went through. And to keep me from being too elated by the abundance of revelations, a thorn was given me in the flesh, a messenger of Satan, to harass me, to keep me from being too elated. 3 times I begged the Lord about this, that it should leave me. But he said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. I will all the more gladly boast of my weaknesses, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. For the sake of Christ, then, I am content with weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities. For when I am weak, then I am strong." 2 Corinthians 12, 7-10. Like Paul, we will be blessed when we accept our limitations because we stop looking to ourselves for our strength. Instead, we rely on the infinite and eternal strength of God, which enables us to endure the trials and find victory. It may seem counterintuitive, but seeking to be the source of our own strength is cowardly and prideful. It tries to place us on the throne of our lives and limits our perspective, our power, and our ability to persevere, while elevating us in our own minds. But in truth, we are like the pot, crying out to the potter, "Why did you make me this way?" We need to surrender this false perception and be brave enough to surrender to the one who has our lives in his hands. When we yield to our limitations, God can give us his strength. With God's power, we can overcome sin, accomplish godly goals, build up the body of Christ, and become the men God made us to be. When has pride kept you from acknowledging your limitations before God? How has God turned your weaknesses into strengths? What are some godly goals you hope God will accomplish through you? I can do all things in him who strengthens me. Philippians 4, verse 13.